Welcome to Bothering the Band. My name is Ryan Bynack, and with me, as always, is the Carrie Brownstein to my Fred Armisen. Ladies and gentlemen, the producer of this is Abigail Ann Levy. Abby, say hi to the people.
Hello to the people.
We got a great episode today. Sometimes Spotify and Instagram come together to deliver a musician that you just love. Enter young Mr. Singer-songwriter from North Carolina. He's done a lot. Worked for Universal Music Corp or whatever the fuck it's called. And he's done a lot. He's got some great music, and he's here today. Ladies and gentlemen, I said ladies and gentlemen already, but I'll say it again. Bothering the Band with Steven Fiore himself, young Mr.
Hey,
Steven.
how's it going?
That's how we start every interview with but we say Steven every time, even if it's with
Even if it's not.
Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to Bothering the Band. We're happy to have you.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, man. I like your skateboards in the back.
Oh, thanks. I like your posters.
Thanks, man. I got two skateboards over here. Can't see them though.
What kind of
Old
skateboards?
ones. One's really a really old Alva board, and then one is like a legit it's like this big, probably like a foot and a half, and it's just wood. It's very old. It was my stepdad's that he gave me. Very, very old. I can't even stand on it.
Do you see the Alva? Do you notice that it's an Alva board in the back there?
I do now that I'm focusing. It's not the same one though.
Yeah, this is like a 1978 like team deck.
Oh wow, very cool. Small world. Small skateboard world.
A little bit of a collector.
I love it. I love it. My name's Ryan. This is Abby. You've been corresponding with her. Again, we're so happy to have you. And we always start off the pod exactly like this. This is definitely not a first time. Have you had the McRib lately?
I have not had the McRib since it came back.
Well, it comes back every year.
I thought it just like disappeared for a long time. Is it like it's a once a year thing?
Yeah, it's a gimmicky, like, is this the last you'll ever see it? No.
So it may have been like 10 years since I think I had a 10-year-old McRib.
So you had it 10 years ago. You didn't have a recent 10-year-old McRib.
Yeah, I aged it. I aged it myself.
Aged to perfection.
Yeah, it was.
You're lying to yourself if you think those things are fresh anyway, Ryan.
It was terrible.
They are all 10 years old.
They're all 10 years old.
They're frozen to nutritious delight.
When's the last time you had a McRib?
25 minutes ago. And
it's worse. It's worse.
It gets worse.
Just have one McRib.
I had two McRibs today, and actually, I'm happy we're talking about this.
Yeah.
In our pre-show thing, we were talking about this, and so I picked up my daughter, and the person she was hanging out with gave me a McRib and said, "Your daughter said you would like this." So I ate the McRib, and I was like, "Oh, that's really good," and I was still hungry, so I DoorDashed another McRib.
So this is two today.
Two today.
Two McRibs.
Yeah.
Man, I don't think I've ever met a more loyal McRib fan.
Loyalty is not I don't think the word. It's
not the word.
Abby, what's the word?
I'd go with loyalty. You get very defensive of those things.
Yeah. I think McRib loyalty is probably something that, you can probably own.
Yeah.
You own that. You wear it like a badge.
I'm wearing this layer of sweat like a badge right now. It's like all the nutrients just really working hard. It's like a detox, yeah.
That's a perk. That comes free. You get that free with purchase.
Colon cleanse later on.
I appreciate that.
As you can see, Bothering the Band, we're Pulitzer Prize nominated journalists. We ask the hard-hitting questions. What's your go-to like fast food?
My go-to fast food is probably Taco Bell. I'm just basic. Is that how often do you get that answer? That's probably a popular answer.
Not as often as you'd think,
Really?
because we're big fans of Taco Bell, Abby and
Okay.
I, and we feel like it's okay. Here's another question:
Yeah.
true or false? Taco Bell, the healthiest fast food?
I don't tell me if it's false because I just want to lie to myself and say yes. I'm gonna say true, but I don't want to know the answer. Let's just keep that keep that to yourself.
Well, we don't know the scientific answer. We're just
You
assuming.
don't. Okay.
I talk about loyalty. I think Taco Bell is the healthiest because there's no French fries. There's not a lot of bread.
Yeah.
No
I
mayonnaise.
true. And I mean I think I usually try to eat I don't eat vegetarian other than Taco Bell, but for some reason at Taco Bell, like it's so easy to eat vegetarian that why not? Right?
Yeah.
Like why eat the meat when you don't have to? So I just get the I actually I was heartbroken when they and I mean that. Like I mean that word. I was heartbroken when they did away with the double decker taco because my Taco Bell order was the same from the time I was 12 until they like did away with that. And that's like this that's just like I don't know, they did me dirty. But I still keep going back. I settled for the crunch wrap. So it's like
Okay.
basically kind of the same, but not.
So you're not a vegetarian though in your
No.
regular life.
No, I tried that for 3 months. It didn't take.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
It's
like that you go vegetarian only at Taco Bell. That's real
just
funny.
Taco Bell. Yeah.
Yeah. I go
Have you had the
vegetarian
black
at
bean?
McDonald's.
You go, but oh yeah, the tofu McRib. Have you had the black bean products at Taco Bell? Like done, not the meat. Like you can just do black bean.
I don't think I've had black beans.
Yeah, it's like don't quote me on this. I think it's kind of new, like in the past few years. If it's not, I just found out about it within the past few years. And you can get black bean on your Taco Bell goodness instead of meat.
Did
So
you know this, Abigail?
I mean, that wasn't a thing when I worked there, but that was also 45 years ago. So
45 years ago. I don't believe it.
Yeah, she's 68.
Well, I'll have to get your skin regimen after we're done. You don't have to tell everyone. Just let me in on the secret.
That comes, I mean, beauty products comes up a lot with her. So she'll
Oh
she'll
yeah.
drop some knowledge. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Do
It just
they?
did with Dessa. Dessa was like all about it.
All about the beauty products.
And bangs and hair treatments and perfumes and I don't know, makeups, rouge. That's what we're talking about.
You guys talked about Rouge.
Do you know what rouge is?
Yeah, I know what Rouge is, and I like by the way, I like the way he said it. Like everything else was pretty normal, and he said Rouge. It kind of had I won't go there. It had a sound to it.
This is how we age people. If you know what rouge is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Rouge.
And other things. Do you know who Tiffany is?
Tiffany, like one name Tiffany.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't. Yeah.
How old are you?
Oh wait, sorry, Tiffany, like the pop singer Tiffany.
Yeah.
I thought there might have been like another, like a Gen Z version of Tiffany or something. For some reason, I thought it was like a modern band that I had never. It seems like a very Gen Z thing to
Yeah.
do.
I think
No,
you're
we're talking
overthinking it. Yeah.
jean jackets in the mall. I think
Yeah.
we're alone now, Tiffany.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I know who that is. Yeah.
So
I think
we
I've
have
seen
a
a documentary on that,
oh yeah?
on her, right? I think she had a doc. Maybe.
Maybe.
Anyway, continue.
No, it's another way to she's our bonus episode this week. And
Oh, cool.
I bragged about it at work today with these like copywriters, a bunch of, and I said, oh, Tiffany, thinking everyone knows who Tiffany. And then I realized they're all 25 years old. So
Okay,
I
wow.
know who Tiffany
Wow.
is.
Yeah, there was a movie called I Think We're Alone Now. Wait, hang on a second. I thought there was a Tiffany doc that was Anyway, don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I mean, there was definitely something about her on VH1 at some point in
Yeah.
time.
Maybe maybe it was
But
just behind the music.
I also don't know if VH1 still exists or not.
I think
Ooh, that's a good question.
let me go. I'm doing my own research right now. Hang on.
Can you look up vaccines while you're at it?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
No, it's one of
Yeah.
our rules. No politics and no inspiration.
Behind the music. Yeah, I saw the behind the music. That's what it was.
Can you look up if VH1 still exists?
There was a Tiffany behind the music. Wait, does VH1 still exist? That's like the first thing that happens when you type in "does VH1."
Yeah, of course.
I love predictive Google. It has the
Yeah.
most fun.
I don't think it's not. I don't think it's a channel anymore.
It's not Viacom or whatever.
I don't think so. I think you can watch like VH1 stuff on the internet, obviously, but
Okay.
you can watch anything on the internet. So
Are you guys ready to start this podcast? I'm just kidding. We're having a good time. This is the podcast, and we're not changing it.
great. I don't think you should change it.
Oh, see, that was a test. But we'll get to the answer to that test in a second.
Oh man, I hope I passed.
We'll see. So how are you and where are you?
I am in I'm in the greater Charlotte area, North Carolina. Right on the edge in a town called Gastonia.
Are you watching the Charlotte Hornets play the Orlando Magic right now?
No, I'm not. I'm not a big like sports person, really. Like not much. I watch a little bit of football, but and soccer, but I'm not like I wouldn't call myself a sportsman. Just say that. Like sportsman.
Well,
That
I know
sounds like
what-
you're not going to go on the duck hunt later.
I'm not. The duck hunt is off. It's I said I wasn't gonna do it like 60 times.
Well, stop
Like-
asking. I'm sorry.
I can't wait to shoehorn in like in the description or something. Or like Steve was a great sport with a man with a podcast.
But not a sportsman.
Not a sportsman. Okay, because you seem to like our example, what's your favorite Tom Arnold film?
Oh man. It's gotta be The Stupids. Like
Okay,
yeah. I mean just classic. I mean, you've seen The Stupids?
absolutely.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah. Well, praise the Lord.
Good, great. So I don't know if you did your research. Fun fact: we had Tom Arnold on our podcast,
Oh man.
and it was a funny thing that we've sent that example to many people before he was on the podcast.
Okay.
Like, oh, we ask stupid questions because that's such a stupid thing. Well, like, what's your favorite Tom Arnold film? And then flash forward a year, maybe. I don't know. We had him on the pod.
That's
So he's
amazing.
a big listener. He's gonna hear this.
Oh, I hope so. I really hope so. I mean, like that was so. I mean, it became. I loved it when I was a kid, and then also, like I met, like I'd started a rock band with a few guys in Charleston, South Carolina, and it just so happened that they all also really loved that movie, and so it became like this bonding thing that we all got the jokes, and like it was a big thing. So I'm a big Tom Arnold guy.
Oh, that's great. And everyone go listen to Tom Arnold's episode. Surprisingly, so sweet, doting dad. He was so nice. We loved it.
Very cool. I'm glad to hear that. He seems like a really nice guy.
He was great. And the Stupids, I was about to say something about that film. Oh, was the name of the band the Stupids?
No, there is a band called The Stupids.
Oh, really?
But yeah, but we were not that band.
Is it a ska band?
I don't know. I'm gonna do my own research again. Hang
Sounds
on.
like a
It
ska
sounds
band.
like a ska band.
Stupids band. They were an English hardcore punk band.
Oh, okay.
So
Close enough.
Close enough. Pretty much Scott,
Close
right?
enough. You throw a horn in there, we're all
Same thing. Yeah.
it's all the same. Okay. North Carolina.
Yeah.
Do you,
Where are you guys?
I'm in South Florida,
Okay.
reluctantly,
Whereabouts in South Florida?
about 20 minutes west of Fort Lauderdale.
Okay, cool. I was born in Fort Lauderdale.
No shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Fort Lauderdale proper.
Yeah, Fort Lauderdale proper, and then moved to Venice, Florida. Lived there for the first 3 years of my life, and then I'd had enough of Florida at that point, so I just packed up my stuff and left.
Yeah, good for you. Gotta get the hell out of here.
Gotta start
Abby,
early.
I'll let Abby answer her own location question.
I'm in Wyoming in the middle of nowhere.
Oh wow, do you enjoy that?
Sometimes.
It depends on when you ask her.
Thought about it. Yeah,
If it was 3-4 months ago, she would have said yes. Now
absolutely. I can understand.
she's shoveling
Yeah.
snow.
It got to be 20 degrees today.
It's not so much the heat, it's the humidity.
Warm. Yeah. No, that's yes.
Moving on, North Carolina. Do you ever take your shirt off and twist it around your head like a helicopter?
Yeah,
Come
more so than
on.
you think. Yeah.
Yeah.
More often than you think.
When you're sporting,
Yeah, it's just like a morning ritual. You know what I mean? It's like coffee, the helicopter shirt spin, and then I'm on with my day.
yeah,
But-
yeah, you gotta.
Yeah.
I think that's in the.
Just hypes me up. Me and Petey, we just like
Bravo. Oh man, how tall are you?
5'4".
Okay.
Yeah.
And what kind of shoes are you wearing right now?
I'm not wearing shoes right now.
That's the correct answer.
It's like correct. There's one answer to that question. Okay.
What's the last physical music you bought? Vinyl, CD, tape, anything like that?
Physical music. I bought I'm really bad about keeping up with new bands. I will say that. Like I'm really, really bad about it. It was probably the last vinyl. It was definitely a vinyl. And I bought well, I guess it would have been probably would have been like like a jazz album or something from an antique mall if you really want to get down to it. But the last like band I bought was Weaker Thans. Not Weaker Thans, sorry, John K. Simpson, Winter Wheat, his solo
Still.
record.
It
Yeah.
is wild how much he and them come up on this pod, like organically.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense to me. You guys have really, really, really good guests, and I think that those people have good taste in music. So like it's he's the GOAT in my opinion. He really is like best songwriter. Just and his whole story about him, like him being propagandy, like and then forming the Weaker Thans and being like just the creative writing guy. I mean, like the reunion tour album was incredible. I mean, Reconstruction Site was great, and then but Winter Wheat was just like, God, yeah, it's amazing. So, are you both Weaker Thans fans?
Totally.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so then we can talk about Virtue the Cat then, because like that is just devastating. And like my wife and I like listened to it was when I bought the record, and we like listened to the whole thing through. And he's got the 2 songs where he mentions he's got the one where he talks about it from the guy's perspective about being at the treatment center. He's like sang the song about the spring the cat ran away, and then he ends it with Virtue to Rest, and like we're both weeping. Like he's just I don't know how he does it.
Oh my
He's just got
God.
something special up there.
I think it is transcending the fact that now we have Florida born North Carolinian. I don't know the word
Yeah.
there, but to utter almost the same shit as Canadians and people in LA and New York and shit like that. Yeah, he's come up a bit.
That's great. That's good. I'm in the right place.
Did you ever see Weaker Than's live?
I never got to see Weekends live, and I missed my shot to see the last time John K. Simpson came to it anywhere close to me. It was Atlanta, and I had just gotten back from one of my first Young Mister tours. Sorry, my dog is screaming right now. I had just gotten back from one of my the very first Young Mister tour, and he was literally playing like the day I drove in, and I was just, I mean, I'd driven, I think, like 10 hours to get home that day. And I was like there, and it was like in the opposite direction to drive to Atlanta to see him, and I just couldn't do it.
I saw them in New York once. Yeah.
Was that when they did, was it like a long time ago, or was it when they did the reconstruction site reunion tour reunion thing? I don't know if they did a States show. I maybe that was just Canada, but
it was Brooklyn. It was in Brooklyn, Music Hall of Williamsburg, and it was, I'm going to, without doing too much deep diving into my past, 2010.
Okay.
Maybe.
Cool. Yeah,
between 2008 and 2011.
Yeah, that was their still active
year.
Pretty cool. Awesome. Man, lucky. Very cool. That's very cool.
Well,
yeah,
I know what I'm gonna do after this. By the way, you're hitting these like bothering the band quotas of like, let's mention the weaker things. Cue dog bark.
That's a thing.
That's
a
that's very I'm glad to know that. I mean, I feel like maybe that should be a thing. Like if they don't hit certain cues, then you just end it. You're like,
we hang up on them.
Wasn't meant to be.
I'm gonna do this for Abby. What's the dog's name? What kind of dog is it? All the
name is Louie. He is a Texas Healer, which is a border collie blue healer mix.
Mm-hmm.
So he is absolutely insane. We like to say his name is Louie, short for Lucifer.
Okay.
But he actually is the sweetest guy. He's just, he's got that healer coyote instinct in him, just always nuts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But great guy, really great guy.
It's my favorite part. Nope, I'm happy. That's my favorite part of the pod. I like to meet the animals.
I like that. Yeah, I wish if my door was open, he'd probably barge in, but
got to get the McRib and the dogs out of the way every pod,
Absolutely.
Okay, some rapid fire questions. Young the Giant or Young Jeezy?
Jeezy, man.
Okay. Young Frankenstein or Young Guns?
Young Frankenstein.
Okay. Neil Young or Mr. T? Or Mr. Bean, or we could keep going forever. Steve Young, like whatever.
Oh, well, that's if you said Neil Young or Mr. T, it's gonna be Neil Young. You put Mr. Bean in there, Rowan Atkinson. Now we got a match. Now there's now we got a nail biter.
Another thing, I'm not fucking kidding you. Mr. Bean comes up a lot. You're like, I'll listen to all their episodes and just shoehorn in references, right?
No.
I love Mr. Bean. Love Mr.
Bean. I do love Mr. Bean. Yeah. Who doesn't love Rowan Atkinson?
So good.
Yeah.
We grew up, we know each other. We've been BFFs since middle school. And back when we were young, you'd come home from school and you'd watch television, and it was Comedy Central back when they actually played comedy.
Yeah.
They had Mr. Bean on.
That was a thing.
Lot. Yeah.
They did. Yeah. I think I watched Mr. Bean on like PBS or something. Like I think they had Mr. Bean episodes on PBS. I think I remember that correctly.
After Sesame Street, but before the telethon.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah. I can't remember the last time I saw a Mr. Bean episode. But I do enjoy watching him every year in what's the Christmas movie that he's in? What's the why am I blanking
research?
I can't the name. Yeah, I know. I do my own research. I'll come back to it.
All right. So while you're thinking of that, why is your name Steven with a V in your email and Steven with a PH on your Zoom?
So
Which one is it?
that's a good question. It's a really good question. It's one I've been struggling with lately. When I first started out playing music as just under Steven Fiore, like right under my name, my manager, I'd been introduced as Stefan a couple times, like very early on, and I hadn't really like released any records or anything yet. And he was like, maybe we should just go ahead and make the switch. And so we did that, and then it became Steven with a V everywhere, other than like, legal things and like my BMI information. So my like Steven W Fiore email address, like all that stuff was just like made so long ago that it's all still V. But it's legally a PH. So it's a complicated. It made things way more complicated later in life when I started getting like a real job.
Yeah.
But
man, is this Steph Curry's fault?
Is this Steph Curry's fault? It is not Steph Curry's fault.
Everything is Steph Curry's fault.
Climate change, the economy.
This is okay. We'll go with that.
All right. Here we go. Super dumb. Look around you right now. Is everything in its place?
Is everything in its place?
Yeah.
Let's see. The shark on the wall. Yeah, it's all there.
And do you know why we asked that question?
Yeah, it's the song, right? You asked because of the song. Yeah.
Absolutely. While some questions may seem random, majority of them are tailored to each guest, whether song titles or really stupid.
Very good. Hence bothering the band.
Hence, yes, exactly that. If you, and this is a perfect segue. If you had a pet owl, what would you name it?
Oh, and you know what? I mean, I've been like, and that's the thing. Like, I don't even know if the owl, like, so we had an actual owl situation here. Like, that's the true story. We had like, a mama owl like have a bunch of babies here. So there were like 5 owls like flying around and just living in our backyard. So, but the one that like I called the one that kept coming, and like, so we live in this mid-century, like wacky mid-century house, and all the rooms on the top floor like share a balcony, and there's a railing right outside of this, right outside of this window. And one owl like a couple times would come and like sit and like perch on the railing, like he would be that close. And I say he, I have no idea, right? Like,
You can't tell an owl's sex just by looking at it? The fucking A. We're out of here.
I know. I'm not qualified to write about owls. I probably shouldn't have done that, but I just kept calling it Frank.
Okay.
So yeah. Frank.
Have you ever been to Universal Studios?
Yeah, both of them. Well, at least the LA and the Orlando. Yeah.
Nice. No follow-up.
No follow-up. Okay, cool. Both great experiences, by the way.
Have you, as an adult, rearranged your bedroom?
My bedroom. As an adult, when does adulthood start?
This is bothering the band. We can't help you with the question.
Okay. Well, I'm saying, was I an adult when I was 25?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Because, I would
legally an adult. I don't
legally
know,
an adult.
man.
Yeah. So definitely, I'd say between the ages of let's say if I'm an adult between the age of 18 and 25, then yeah, I've done it plenty of times. I've rearranged my bedroom. Post 25, absolutely not. Set it up, left it that way.
That's one of those things. Sometimes we ask questions that are just like, I wonder, have you done this? And we're like, oh, this is a perfect question to ask on the pod.
Yeah.
And it makes me think of when you're a kid, you think that when you're an adult, you're going to encounter like quicksand more in life just
Sure.
from cartoons. And when I was a kid, I would rearrange my room like, once a year or whatever. And I was like, man, that sounds fun. That's it. That's the explanation behind it.
Yeah, I got also, I met my wife when I was 25. So we were together for 6 years before we got married. Thank you. But after 25, shortly after that, when we moved in together, like, we're not rearranging the bedroom anymore. It's, what I mean? It's like you move in, you're an adult, you set it up. That's the only way it should go.
Well, usually, yeah, as an adult, the right way it should go, like where the TV and the outlet and shit like that goes.
You get it right the first time,
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
This is fun. I'm having a blast.
I'm having a great time.
Okay, so you played with Jeff Goldblum's jazz band?
I did. I sang in his band. He would have the guest vocalists come up and sing every gig. So I did it, once every other week, every 2 weeks or 3 weeks while I was there. I had an open invitation basically to
Where is there?
email him when I lived in Los Angeles.
Okay.
So it was at a club called the Rockwell, and it's actually right next door. It's in Silver Lake, and it's right next door to the Dresden.
Oh wow, yeah, we were right there. Okay, we know.
Cool.
That's right. Yeah, we know exactly where that is. Skylight Books is right there.
Yes, yeah, that's where the gig was, and it was a lot of fun. He's a really, really, really nice guy.
So this begs the question: do you still have Jeff Goldblum's email or phone number?
I have his email. Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I never had Jeff's phone number, but I definitely had his email.
All right. Can you shoot him an email to get him on the pod?
Yeah, I'll hit him up.
Just CC Abby on this.
The one time I had my manager like in my ear at the time being like, you should hit him up and see if he'll be in a music video. Like, you never know. Like, he might say yes. And like, I was like, I don't think that's a good idea. Like, I don't think I should ask Jeff Goldblum to be in a music video. And like, my manager was like, just no. He's like, you just never know. Just ask him. And so like, I shot him an email, and he wrote back. He's the sweetest guy. He was like, oh, he like writes and like emphasizes words in all caps, which is pretty funny, I just thought. But kind of, you can just hear him talking.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm hearing him right now in my head.
Yeah, like when he's in his emails, and I only have a few emails with him. But that one, he like was so like, he's like, I would have loved to do this. I will be in New York doing he was doing like a Broadway thing or a show or something in New York, and he's going to be in New York for like 6 months. But he was very much like, I don't know if he would have actually done it, but his response was very sweet and very like supportive of the fact that I was making a music video and that he was very excited for me.
I feel like your automatic response should have been, oh, but we're filming in New York.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you get on a plane and you go to Jeff
and then
Goldblum.
Just go to New York. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how that would have gone. Can't you see I was being nice, kid?
So let me ask you this: if you walked by Jeff Goldblum in New York, do you think he'd recognize you?
I think he'd recognize me when I said hi to him.
Yeah, if you said, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah,
he wouldn't notice you like 3
I'd be like,
blocks
"Hey, it's Steven," and he'd be like, he might be like Fiore, like that's like, I feel like he would remember me when upon the like me making the connection. But I don't think if he walked by me, he would be like looking around the city and like be like, pick me out of a crowd and be like, there's that guy that sang in my band a few times. Like I just feel like he's met enough people in his life to probably not remember that. But if he did, I mean, my mind would be blown. I feel like I would like carry that to my grave with pride.
Well, we think it's super cool that you got to share the stage with Dr. Ian Malcolm. So way to go.
Absolutely. We actually, it was really cool because we played on his I sang with the band on Jeff's birthday. And so or might have not been his actual birthday, but it was like the week of his birthday or something. And when I was on stage, um the band said, we're gonna do the the Jurassic Park theme, like, impromptu, like for his birthday, right? So like at the end of a song, they like went into it, like launched into it, like without telling him.
Oh, that's
And I was
fantastic.
just on stage, like ear to ear, like
Abby, is that still your ringtone?
nice, very cool. Yeah, it was definitely a big moment for me, like dinosaur nerd, Jeff Goldblum nerd, like, all things just check. It was cool.
Yeah, fucking A, dude. That's so cool. That's very cool.
Yeah.
So, dinosaur, what's your favorite dinosaur?
Oh man, I mean, honestly, if you ask me, it's gonna change from like, but it always goes to the Bronchiosaurus. So
Oh, wow. Okay.
yeah, I mean, it's like
Okay.
primarily that, but
How old? I know I asked this before. How old are you?
I'm 36.
Oh, yeah. If you were 40, you'd have to say Stegosaurus. It's a
Really?
generational thing. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's fucking.
I'm gonna write that down and remember that. And
Please
every
do.
time I meet someone who's 40 and they tell me the wrong answer, I'm gonna be like,
You stupid
well,
idiot.
well,
Everybody knows the only correct answer is Velociraptor.
the velocity.
Nah.
Yeah.
No one knew no one knew what that was until Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Kids aren't coloring velociraptors in like third grade in the 80s.
Yeah. That's true.
It's
That's
like
true.
3 dinosaurs, 4. Anyways, enough of this shit. Settle a family argument for us. Your flight is at noon. What time do you get to the airport?
My flight is at noon. What time do I get to the airport? It depends on what airport.
Your local airport. Charlotte, whatever.
Okay. Yeah. Charlotte, I can,
CLT, is that the airport
yeah,
code?
CLT, I can comfortably get there an hour and a half before and be fine.
Too early.
Really?
Yeah.
I just I don't play with it.
Okay.
Like I don't play with it. Like I don't, it's not worth me missing my flight to be like, to show up fashionably late to a plane. Like I don't know. I feel I'm not that cool.
I
I'm
don't
just
think it's a
fine with that.
coolness factor. I just think the airport sucks, and the less time you have to be there, the better.
Sure. I agree with that. I just never want to miss a flight.
Yeah.
So but yeah, I mean, I will be at the airport 2 hours in advance if it's like New York or something.
What about LAX?
Yeah, 2 hours. Same.
Yeah, 2 hours. Abby, does that check out for you? Abby's airport, the Jackson Hole airport, is like, welcome in. Bring a gun. It's like, bring a cowboy hat and a moose.
They just
It's
tell
very
you,
easy.
yeah, you can't bring a suitcase on, but you can bring a carry-on moose.
Yeah.
Carry-on moose is allowed.
Mm-hmm.
Just one. And you have to put it in that little bin and make sure.
You have to get it in there.
Yeah.
So damn. Okay. We didn't know how to do this question. So, better sushi, Carolina or Pasadena?
Wait, or Pasadena? I've never had sushi in Pasadena, so I
But
can't.
you have had it in
can't.
Carolina.
I've had it in Carolina. Yeah, I've had plenty of good sushi in South Carolina and North Carolina. So by default, I'll say the Carolinas.
Okay. We like it.
Yeah.
Follow up. Where have we heard Pasadena before? Has it been in a commercial or something?
If it was, I'd like to know where, and I would like to know who to ask to get a check, because I've never, that song it's never been placed anywhere. And honestly, nothing from the first record has really ever been placed anywhere notable either. Nothing from any record actually, except for the one that I did for the EP that I did for BMG, which was specifically for like production purposes. Like I did an EP for them that was specifically for being pitched to.
Yeah.
And I just wrote those songs in like a couple weeks and did
Mhm.
that EP. And I mean, it was like it happened in no time. And then those songs have been placed like, I had the song On the Inside, and that song was placed in that very pivotal scene in it was a
Godfather
very
Part Two.
yes, yeah, it was in the very important scene in Ragnarok where the kid like realizes that he's got the power, like he throws the hammer like across the football field.
Wait,
uh,
for real?
yeah, yeah, so On the Inside is playing. I mean, it plays for like a full minute.
Oh,
They play
wow.
like a very large chunk of the song, and that was probably my biggest placement.
That's
um
pretty big time.
So it was cool. It was a really cool thing. But that was the only, and that's off that EP, and then everything else too. Like had a bunch of Netflix stuff. I say a bunch, but like 3 or 4 things in Netflix shows, all from that EP, because I think that they have a really good relationship with that
Mhm.
specific area of BMG.
But Pasadena has not been anything.
No, it's not been.
Wow.
It's not been
I'm
anywhere. Yeah.
racking my brain. I'm like, I've heard this song. I know this song. It's definitely in like a fucking like a Subaru commercial or something.
You probably heard it in like a grocery store or like on an airplane. That song made it like to a lot of different like playlists. Like and it was played, like I would have people sending me videos of them on an airplane. They'd be like, it was like American Airlines or something, like, yeah, we just landed and like your song is playing. Um, which is that's cool. But like so it was, that song went a lot of places.
Yeah. Maybe I
But
heard it when I
never,
was early at the airport.
yeah,
Yeah.
probably. Yeah, all the times that you were early at the airport.
All the times I walk right on the plane and say, man, I'm so glad I didn't buy a $42 burger.
Don't even get me started on the airline food.
It's okay. I get my money back because I steal stuff from airports. It's real fun. You should try it.
Yeah, like what?
Yeah.
What's
Waters,
the
smart waters,
largest
and
thing you've
books.
ever stolen
Smart
from
waters
an
and
airport?
books.
Okay,
Those are the,
cool,
yeah.
great.
The large, like physically large or like most
Yeah,
expensive.
yeah.
Like a big old smart
Physically
water,
better.
you know,
Okay, cool. Yeah.
bestseller.
So you've never like wrenched off one of the chairs and like walked off with it?
No, but that's a good idea.
Yeah.
It's a really good
I want
idea.
to see you sitting in that the next time that I look at you through this camera. I want you to just very slowly pan it down. I want to see an airline or an airport waiting chair.
Okay, cool. I will pan down because I made a reference earlier. I said I would call it back. And do you see my cool new shirt I'm wearing?
Yeah.
All right. So
All
you didn't get
right.
my Seinfeld reference, even though you dressed up
Yeah.
like what, Morning Mist
Wait,
for
I didn't get this.
Halloween.
Which Seinfeld reference did you
I
say?
said, this is the show, and we're not changing it, is what George says in the pitch meeting about it's about nothing.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
This is the show. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not changing. I know. Okay.
He's
Yeah.
like, why are
I'm
people
so
watching?
sorry I
Because
didn't
it's
pick
on
up on that.
TV.
Yeah. Because it's on TV. Not
Not
yet.
yet. All right. Now we're cooking with Papa John's.
Yeah.
Oh man. So I was like, what the fuck do we ask him about Seinfeld? And this is the only thing we could come up with. Are you the master of your domain today?
Oh, that's just personal, man. You know?
It's okay. We just
Yeah.
wanted to shoehorn in Seinfeld. Let's talk more
Okay.
about Seinfeld.
Cool.
There you go. What's
Yeah,
your
we can talk
favorite
about
episode?
The pool boy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
surprising.
Yeah. There's so many good things packed into that episode.
It's a good
The
one.
Ramon, like, I mean, it's just like,
With Ramon?
hey, it's Jay, I'm coming up. It's Ramon. Like, hey Jay, it's Ramon, I'm coming. Like, just the way he delivers that line was like, hey Jay, it's Ramon, I'm coming up. Like, there's little things about that episode that make me,
Yeah.
when I think about it, I can think about it anytime and just start laughing.
Oh man, we love it. Oh, we quote it often, but my favorite is the Cheever letters for that exact reason you're saying.
Oh God,
Is
yeah,
the little things like where George walks into Susan's parents' apartment and they introduce him to their aunt who's in like a wheelchair or something. And
Yeah.
her first reaction is she goes, he doesn't look like me. Like there's no. It's so good.
Yeah, that whole storyline with the cabin burning down with the Cuban
Yeah.
cigars was really something.
Yeah. I didn't plan it. I got the shirt over the weekend and I was like, oh, this is fun. This is working out. Do you like Curb too?
Yeah, I love Curb. I mean, I relate to Larry David and George Costanza probably more ways than I feel like any human should, but I really do feel just they're my people.
100%. I said wearing this shirt today, I walked my kid to school and me and another dad were talking about Seinfeld and he was like, who's your favorite character? Is Elaine your favorite character? I go, she's my favorite character, but I relate to George more.
Yeah.
And as I get older, I relate to Morty Seinfeld more and more.
Oh man, Morty.
So much.
Yeah, Morty. See, I actually relate to I relate to Jerry Stiller. Like I relate to Frank Costanza. Just, that's I could just see myself being that guy when I'm older.
I celebrate Festivus.
Yeah.
That might actually be my favorite, although that's from towards the end, which wasn't as popular.
No, I actually really like the later seasons a lot.
Yeah, people shit on it. And then I think they don't
do.
realize that Festivus is in like the last season. I don't think you're like, you forget.
The Ass Man is pretty great too.
Oh,
Ass Man is
that is also good.
Also really.
According to the state of New York, you are the Ass Man.
Yeah. But I'm not the Ass Man. Yeah. There's just a lot. There's really too many to really I always go back to the Pool Boy. I love that one, and I think it's probably that and the Jimmy. Like
Jimmy's down.
Yeah. George is getting upset.
I referenced that with my new shoes. I bought these terrible ugly dad shoes. And I was like, I feel like I'm in the Jimmy episode where Kramer gets with the velvet fog and he's like drooling.
Yeah. Oh man, it's so good.
And I'm like, that's how I feel.
Mal Torme. Like, give me a break. Like, you gotta get, what a legend. Like, that was just like that whole thing was just the ending of that, him singing when you're smiling, like just primo stuff.
Oh man. Well, welcome back to Seinfeld podcast. This is the last thing I'll say is if you haven't ever read it, Seinfeldia is a book and it is fantastic.
I have not read that, but I have sign language.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I have that book. That was on my coffee table for the longest time.
Yeah. I have Jerry's, it's relatively new, probably a year or two ago. It's called Is This Anything? And it's all his bits. It's laid out like a list. And it's really great to just kind of pick up and revisit.
Cool.
All right. Are you done with your holiday shopping?
No. Have I started my holiday shopping? Kind of.
Hold on. There's a joke to this, and bear with me. Guess Christmas won't come early. Bam. Nailed it.
Wait, hang on 1 second.
I'm so happy for that.
There you go.
It wasn't that good.
Well, it is good for his fans and him who know your Christmas album, the first song.
Yeah, they'll get it.
Yeah.
It just
get it.
Jeff Goldblum will get it.
This will be the first thing I email. I'll just email him a link to this. Hey man,
check this out.
Good to talk to you again.
What you doing?
Went on this podcast.
Do you celebrate Christmas?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Color lights or white lights?
Well, so we do white lights.
Okay.
But I'm a big fan of the color lights.
Okay.
I had color lights in my recording studio, and that's just kind of, I'm for white lights outside, right?
Mm-hmm.
And even inside, mostly on the tree. We do white lights on the tree, and then very colorful ornaments. But I think that I like colorful Christmas lights all year round.
Are we talking big bulbs, little bulbs? What are we talking here?
I like the big bulbs.
Thank
I
you
think-
for taking this
Yeah,
question
yeah.
seriously.
I think little bulbs, white lights, big bulbs, color.
I couldn't agree with you more.
I'm glad we're on the same page here.
I know, and I'm Jewish, so
I feel really.
I'm not even kidding. I do agree. Like I like white lights, little bulbs, color lights, big bulbs.
Nice. Yeah, I'm glad we're there. Wait, so you're Jewish,
Mhm.
and I mean, are you like you are Jewish? You celebrate Hanukkah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I didn't know
Yeah.
if you were just like your family is Jewish, or if you're.
No, I celebrate, and it comes in waves, but
Okay.
it's hard to ignore the power of Christmas. So, again, I have a daughter. She's 8, and she loves Christmas, obviously, but has no effing clue that it's associated to religion. To her, it's just magical fun. So we don't. It's like we don't talk about Bruno, but substitute Bruno for Jesus. You know?
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's where we are with it. Like, you know, if we could just do it without, you know, I mean, we go to church with the
Mhm.
family, but we, you know, we're not really at that part of our life
Yeah.
anymore.
You know, it's to each his own. And
Yeah.
I don't know what to say right now. So real tree or fake tree?
Wait, what do you say?
Real tree
Real
or fake
tree or
tree?
fake tree? Real tree and Fraser fir, hands down.
Abby, you have a opinionated face.
Yeah, let's hear
I
it.
know. I was just
Ooh.
impressed with his like straight go-to. Mine is real tree, and whichever one I come to first that I can chop down and haul out.
Nice.
Cool.
Which ones smell the best?
I mean, I'm gonna say Fraser fir. Like it's my favorite. It's like
Christmas
Depends
tree
if-
bias over here.
If you're buying them off a lot, they're all sprayed to smell the same.
Oh God, man.
they're all sprayed to smell the same. Wow. Actually, we don't buy them off lots. I didn't know that little fact.
Yeah.
Information.
Farmed Christmas trees aren't the greatest. I'm allergic to them. I can't have them in the house. But if I cut one down, I'm fine.
Next
Okay,
thing you're
wow.
gonna tell me is the McRib isn't real pork.
Is it real pork?
I hope so, man.
Wait,
It's real pork and vitamins.
What you need to
Real
look up is the history of the McRib and where it came from.
I know.
Because-
we know.
Not you, him.
Samples.
primarily made of ground boneless pork shoulder.
Right.
Primarily.
Sure. But you should look up where they came from and what they used to be made out of.
Like the origin?
Yeah. It's a fun story.
It's made of people.
I think that
Oil and greed.
I think
Yeah.
I think you guys I think I just became the third member of this podcast as the
Please.
researcher. So please
You
do
are.
your yeah.
Mhm.
You're more than welcome to join us.
We're gonna
That
go
was-
to Steve and have him check that out on the internet.
Let's cut to
Check
Steve. Steve in
Yeah.
the sound booth.
Tell us about the origin of the vaccine and the McRib.
Conveniently, they are made of the same product.
Conveniently, there are equal as many conspiracy theories
It's so bad.
about them. Yeah,
This is a very fun episode.
I'm having a good time. But yeah, no, it's I can't find really like wait.
Oh,
I can't find anything of the origin.
You
I'll
got to go to
send
the
it to you.
dark web. You got to go to
I lost
Q.
my
You got to
I lost
start
my
with Q.
password. Q.
Is that a
so
website? www.darkweb.com?
is it 4chan or 8chan that I go through? Like
I have no idea.
We're actually at 16 chan now.
16chan. Great. Very
Is
cool.
the dark web Internet Explorer? Is that what that is?
I think now it is. Yeah.
Okay. All
I
right.
think that's the only way in.
Firefox.
Yeah, is Internet Explorer.
Torrents?
That's it.
Oh, I
It's the
remember
PC
those.
one, right? Internet Explorer is the PC one.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I haven't done the PC thing in a while, so
I think it's only for gamers, like game nerds do that. Do the
the
PC.
PC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I use one at work every day, but I don't use Internet Explorer.
Was it
I feel like a lot of
Firefox?
companies.
I use Google Chrome.
Oh, Chrome. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Literally what I'm using right now. I don't know why. I like had this thing about like, oh, it's not available on a PC. Like, of course it is.
Snooze alert. We're losing our listeners right now. Talking
Yeah.
about operating
Well, ask the next
system.
question then.
Someone just
Okay.
went nerd stuff and turned it off.
Yep.
Nerd stuff. I'm here for the rock
If-
and roll.
If they made
Yeah.
it through Seinfeld, we're already in a
Yeah.
good place.
I thought this was gonna be like a drugs thing, like behind the music. Like
Yeah.
where's the excitement?
So Steven.
Spoiler
Steven
alert.
with a V when you do drugs.
Yeah. It's
How-
Steve when we do drugs.
How do you take your eggs?
Over medium.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just love the way that question was written. And I wish I worked in a restaurant still just for that joke. Like, how do you take your eggs? How much did you have to dream last night?
How much did I have to dream?
Yeah.
Is this like a test or is this just like how many dreams did you have?
No, it is from your song American Dream Come True.
Okay. Okay. That's what we're talking about. Okay.
Sure.
Well, to be honest, I had quite a few dreams last night, none of which I can remember. Like, I can't remember the details. It's all just that fuzzy, some weird stuff happened, felt vaguely uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like, just like those kind of dreams. Where it's like
Oh, no.
they're not bad dreams, but you're like, I don't really want to be here.
Yeah. I know that.
But
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like those kind of dreams. And you can't really call them, they're not nightmares. They're just like, you just
Bad
why-
dreams. They're just bad
why does
dreams.
this feel so weird? Like, it just feels weird. Whatever's happening feels weird. So
I agree.
other than that, I slept great though. Thanks for asking.
Are you a one pillow pal?
Oh, two pillow.
Two pillows. And do
Yeah.
you sleep with a pillow?
One pillow. You sleep with one pillow?
God, no. What am I, a psycho?
Yeah, it was like a psychopath. Yeah.
Unless you have to share, like you're sharing a hotel room, you're like, I guess so. But
Yeah.
no, two all the way.
Yeah, two pillows.
Do you sleep with a pillow between your legs?
I have before.
Okay.
Like sometimes it happens.
When? Tell us when.
Sometimes it doesn't.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
1970. There.
Okay. Do you follow us on Instagram?
Yes.
I know you do. It's great. Thank you so much. This is the moment we say, everyone follow Bothering the Band on Instagram.
Everybody follow Bothering the Band. Do that.
Also, I just want to get this right. Real Young Mister.
Yes. Real
on
young
Instagram
mister.
as well. I
As
really
in
like
you are the real young mister, or you are real young mister?
I am the real young mister. Yeah. And not real young. Have not ever been real young as young mister. Like ever.
Okay, what kind of board is this?
Oh, it's a hops board. It's a New York skate company.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's write it down.
Yeah, they're great. They're really great. I've got a couple hops boards. The guy who owns it is an artist and he's really good. He's also a really great skater. But Jamal Williams is a great skater and a really great artist. His art is incredible. And got about 2 decks from them. Like waiting for when that one dies. And I wish I could like acquire some of his art because he's amazing.
Very cool. Have to give him a little tag.
Yeah, he's cool.
So, Steven, who do people say you look like?
I don't know. It's funny because like I can't remember because I've gotten like weird stuff that I don't necessarily agree with. I've gotten like Sam Rockwell before,
All
like
right.
which like I can kind of see it.
Has anything come up recently?
Kermit the Frog.
Okay. I was gonna say Nathan Fielder a little bit.
Oh wow. Okay, I'll take that.
Like a
That's
cross,
really
like a better looking John Oliver had sex with Nathan Fielder,
wow.
and young Mister was born.
And young Mister was born. Okay, cool. I like I'll take that. I'm a big Nathan Fielder fan, so obviously a John Oliver fan. I actually bought the when you know in 20 I think it was in 2016. I bought the like make Donald Trump again. He
Yeah.
had the hats, so I have one of those like and I will cherish it forever. It's a good moment when I got to get one of the original. They're terrible, like they're such poor quality,
Oh, I'm sure.
but it's great.
We had the dude who did the theme song for John Oliver's show on the pod, Dave Hill. Do you know who Dave Hill is? He's a comic
Yes, and I
musician.
love, dude. I had no idea he did that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I just found out about Dave Hill on TikTok. I got the Guitar Center bit
Oh,
and
yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
I've been a huge fan ever since. And I mean to tell you, I sent that to more people than wanted me to send than they wanted me to send it to them. I mean, like I just was firing it off to everybody I knew. I was like, this is the funniest thing I've heard in a long time. Like when he talks about you've heard the Guitar Center bit?
Yes, absolutely.
When he
And I can't
talks
wait to
about
text
taking
him about this.
Oh my God, when he talks about taking Kyle in the back room, like I swear to God, man, like it's the closest I've come to like actual pee coming out. Like I was like sitting there, I couldn't catch my breath. Like it's the
Man.
hardest I've laughed in a long time. It's incredible.
Highly recommend any of his books. He has 3 books out. Any of his books, you'll laugh out loud. It's just wildly silly
I'm like,
storytelling.
I'm gonna dig into him like more. I mean, this is so recent. I mean, this is
Mhm.
like, last few months. On like I think I was on tour when it happened. And I was in the van and I'm like listening to this thing and just like passing the phone around I'm like, please watch this. Like,
He's so good. He's so sweet. He's just I was texting him recently about
that's
music
amazing.
and the pod stuff. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
send him this shit when this comes out.
he's incredible. He's like it has to be moving up the ranks now, like favorite comedian. So, and I love his stitches with John Mayer, shredding over John Mayer. So I've shared like I like most of them from the TikTok to the Instagram story.
I feel
Um,
like you might have similar sensibilities to us. So yeah, you can be our third on this,
let's go, man. I'm in.
A little silly, but keeping the joke alive with a serious face, I think is fun too.
Yeah.
It's tough. I can't do it often, but I dig it. Okay. What musician, live or dead, would you want to quote unquote bother?
It's gonna be either John K. Sampson or Greg Alexander from the New Radicals.
Oh, nice. And then what stupid question in the vein of bothering the band would you ask either of them?
What stupid question? I would actually really love to know what John K. Sampson's favorite Tom Arnold movie is. Like that's probably I'm just gonna steal that. Like I feel like now it's gonna eat at me. It's gonna keep me up at night that I may never know the answer to that question. Um I feel like my computer is gonna die soon and I don't have my charger around. So
How much
rookie
what
mistake.
percentage are you on? Do you know?
Saying that it's gonna go 4.
Okay. Well, we're
Yeah.
almost done. What's next for young Mister?
Um Are you still with me? Okay, cool.
Yes.
What's next for you, Mister? Well, we are the biggest thing on the horizon. We're playing a music festival in Mexico, um, in January, so that's cool. We've got a couple more shows up coming up through the end of the year, and then we're doing a record next year, like a full length.
That's awesome, man. Well, we are huge fans. We love your music, even beyond the pod. Big fans. I'm telling you, I've heard Pasadena somewhere. So check your mail because you should be getting a check in the mail.
Yeah, you please, if you figure it out, let me know.
I will.
And I'll give my lawyer a call, and we'll get right on that.
And yeah, man, thank you. We can't thank you enough. This has been a blast.
Yeah, thank you. This is like the first. I think this is the first one of these I've done. So this is
Father
cool.
in the band. Yeah.
The first podcast.
Okay.
I've been hit up a few times in the past, but this was this was a good match. So I'm glad we could do it.
I feel the same. And that's been our show. Everyone, go listen to Young Mister. You won't regret it. And Steven, go charge your computer.
Yeah, I'm gonna go plug it in right now.
Feel a little lonely, but I've still got you with me. I'm just waiting on my luck to change. Drink water in the morning. Remember that it's only a job to keep you moving and get you paid. Hey, look out the window. I've got owls surrounding my house. Is that a good sign? I think I feel fine. It's a good day, and I think I'm gonna get it right this time. Lately I've been thinking I should cut back on my drinking, spend more time outside and just breathe. Does anybody else feel like none of this is even real? Like we're trapped on the other side of the screen? Hey, look out the window. I've got owls surrounding my house. Is that a good sign? I think I'll be fine. It's a good day, and I think I'm gonna get it right this time. When I look out the window, I've got owls surrounding my house. Is that a good sign? I think I feel fine. It's a good day, and I think I'm